Hey, it's the Red Eye stream number 157. Today we're going to teach you how to survive a zombie apocalypse. According to the CDC, this is a scenario that could play out. Also, I can see some bright points to a zombie apocalypse. You won't need computers. That way, if you buy the wrong fucking RAM and your computer almost has a meltdown, it won't matter anymore because there's fucking zombies. You want to survive instead of worry about, going to school online and fucking YouTube and everything goddamn else that's connected to the motherfucking internet. Fuck PCs, fuck RAM, and god damn it, fuck zombies. What's up, Quinn?
Hello, mate. Anyone would think you'd had a bad time with computers. I don't know what it is that tells me this. But, seriously, zombie apocalypse, easy to deal with, not a problem. Computers, now they are a problem. And
Well, what if the computers created the zombie virus? The fucking AI? The AI creates the goddamn zombie virus, releases it upon the people. That way, because maybe it sees the people as a virus, so they invent a zombie virus to wipe out the people, and it's really the AI's fault.
So what you're saying is, to quote is that the zombies are basically the white corpuscles in your blood system trying to get rid of the virus, which is humanity. I completely agree.
Well, it's nanomites.
Yeah.
So nanites could attack the brain and create the flesh-eating zombie.
Yep.
That's actually...
nanites, whatever you want to call them. Yep.
Huh. Another reason to hate computers.
Like you need it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, not a good day with computers. I thought I'd be running this show off of OBS. We'd have some zombie pictures going across the screen and a bunch of cool shit. But no. Fuck off.
Yeah,
yeah, oh wait. Right. Yeah, but keep it like, this is gangster, man. This is gangster tech that you're working with. You're not.
Yeah, OG. Fucking
yeah, man. Stick with it.
Though I really thought maybe the AI took over the PC. Maybe there was a virus in the RAM. I know it doesn't work that way, Cabbage. Shut up. But it started beeping at me, and like the fan kicks on. I'm like, holy shit! I just turned this into a bomb.
Just mean you have 5 minutes to get out of the house.
Actually, just to disturb you, it's not that difficult to turn a computer into a bomb. Just so we're completely clear with that.
Well, yeah, but you do have to install some actual explosives into it. I'm not quite sure that memory would be sufficient. I mean, it might take your hand off. It'd be like a big cherry bomb.
Yeah, that's more or less what I was going for.
I was sure this wasn't going to happen tonight.
What?
The stream, due to Matt's little hiccup.
Now we fix that. It's all sorted.
Yeah, well, I'm right back to where I started. Minus $140.
Well, no, you can get that back. Just send the fucking shit back that you got, and talk to Redbeard as well, because he recommended the wrong stuff, and I can prove that with the beat codes. Right? I sent you that thing about the beat codes.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. Zombies. Okay.
Incompatible memory.
Does it really matter? Because we did talk about that a little bit on Monday. That's why we're having this stream. Does it really matter how the zombie virus or whatever starts? At the point of it starting, nobody cares anymore. There's motherfucking zombies. So you need to grab sharp instruments and guns and lots of ammo and head for somewhere secure, right?
Well, my question is, what kind of zombies, though? I mean, is it like 28 Days Later type zombies, or are we talking about, what was it called? The fucking Z thing?
You mean shamblers? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Are you got shamblers, or have you actually got people? Because otherwise, if they're just fucking, if it's like the Walking Dead or whatever, then it's not exactly a challenge, is it? All you need is enough ammunition.
The Walking Dead's a challenge. They were fairly fast at the beginning. Then, as they rot, they start to slow down. But it's mainly the mob mentality. You're getting attacked by a mob of them, and they're
like I
attracted
said, that's
by
just
doors.
ammunition. Yeah, a Gatling gun would take that down. You could go back to the fucking, into this 1800s, and you could take them all out with a Gatling gun.
Okay, did they
One
make
bazooka.
did they make a cowboy zombie movie, or is it just the game I'm thinking of?
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, no, I think they did. I remember seeing something about
They
that.
made Cowboys versus Aliens. I don't think that quite counts.
Oh, yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
They made a Cowboys dinosaur movie. I know that one.
Cool.
I bet that was a box office smash.
Yeah,
That was
all
a
I can
really
think of
bad
is
B movie.
all I can think of is a young Clint Eastwood riding a fucking Stegosaurus.
I was thinking of
T-Rex,
Tyrannosaurus.
actually.
Yeah, it's got to be a T-Rex.
No, because I don't know. I don't like their short little arms. It just doesn't seem to work out very well.
No, it's good. It keeps them angry. They can't masturbate. You got to keep them angry. Kick them in the nuts once in the morning. And jump on the backs. That's how you start them.
Oh god, that's actually funny. Picturing that in my head now. Awesome.
Well, it's kind of like, the old crank handle on the Model T Ford or whatever. It's like you got to get your dinosaur rocking. You kick it in the nuts and jump on its back. Tally ho!
Up and at them, lad. Charge!
Oddly enough, I can see you doing that, Cabby.
Okay, I just put a picture in Discord that made plenty of cowboy versus zombie movies. We just never seen any.
No, I've never seen one.
Awesome. Thank you. Brilliant.
Like I say, a
I've
single Gatling
actually
gun. I mean,
seen a couple of those. That's
modern weapons. One minigun, you take out an entire town's worth of zombies on your own.
Yeah, but
You
it
don't
goes.
even need help.
But it goes the other way too. Like in The Walking Dead, when they're locked up in the prison and one person gets sick and dies and turns into a zombie, they bite somebody else. Now you have another fucking zombie, and it just multiplies, And as they're growing, you're losing people.
No, I have to go back to Cabby's point there.
Yeah, but like I said, if like you said, the mob mentality.
Cabby, you can't use a minigun. For a start, do you know how many rounds you go through per second?
66.
And, how are you going to keep feeding that bitch? And not to mention the accuracy. It's not overly accurate when you're talking.
Well, it depends how it's mounted.
Well, yeah. Well, what are you going to be doing? Are you going to be standing in one place?
Well, you could do quite easily because all you got to, like you said, it's only about the feeding. And all you need is, there's drums. You could either feed it through drums or you could feed it from, a belt.
But
as long as you've got enough belts and you just, but you can attach belts to each other, So you can actually belts attached to belts.
It's the logistics of it.
Okay, I'm glad we're not talking about dinosaurs anymore because I thought for a second we were.
No, we moved on from that.
No, you could kill a dinosaur with a minigun. That's all right. No. Well,
all right, can I throw this idea?
Well, you need a bazooka. Oh, now zombie dinosaurs, that would be a different matter.
You
see, now that would get interesting. Zombie dinosaurs.
In World of Warcraft, there are zombie dinosaurs, and they are.
We'd all be fine.
Don't you dare give fucking Jurassic Park any more ideas to fuck up the franchise. Don't do it.
What do you mean, any more ideas?
I'm sure that's been floated across the table.
I mean, all they're doing is copying the originals anyway, so I don't know where you think they've got new ideas from.
That's the problem. They might use the zombie dinosaur. They're like, oh, aren't zombies still cool? Yeah, they're still cool, Bob. All right, let's mix the two genres.
By the way, Matt, someone's already downvoted this fucking video.
Yeah, I have a hater. I have a hater. It's all good.
Wasn't me.
Video's been downloaded twice by Milo.
Yeah, but he loves to hate you.
Yeah, I don't know why they take the time out of their day to come over and be like, fuck you, and then leave. But whatever, have at it.
No, they don't. No, I've done it a couple of times. I've done it a couple of times just for the shits. Come on. Everybody does.
But okay, zombie dinosaurs. No. Give me a break.
Yeah.
But
Why
I
not?
was talking
Why not
about
zombie
having
dinosaurs? Don't you
in
oppress the
the zombie
dinosaurs?
apocalypse.
wait, I'm oppressing the dinosaurs because
Don't you oppress the dinosaurs?
Oh, God. Dinosaur SJWs.
They have a right to be zombies too, you know. Dinosaur rights, baby. Power to the dinosaurs.
yeah,
Zombie lives matter.
No, they don't. But then human lives don't matter either. So
True.
Fucking lunatics.
So do you think the zombie apocalypse?
Yeah, so anyway, I mean, look, we're talking about zombies. You can hardly... This is hardly like it's a fucking debate about anything, you know, logical or sensible. So, I mean, I think dinosaurs have got just as much right to be in this conversation as people.
no, sure, the zombie apocalypse is happening. They're called Antifa.
Yes.
Yeah. SJW, I think, is the
We just
overall
haven't
canopy.
learned, you know, to anytime you see an Antifa member, you just put a bullet in their head, you know.
I like this plan. I'm good with this.
Why am I not
Okay, any-
surprised that Voice came up with that idea first?
Any purple people eaters, you're going to get rid of them.
Actually, here's a great idea, right? Let's fill a van with some explosive material, and then we'll say that there's a KKK meeting, and then when all the Antifa turn up, we hit a little switch and make very nice, colourful confetti.
The views expressed on the redeye stream do not reflect Mad Dog Productions.
Yeah, they do. He's lying. He's fucking lying. They do.
They represent my views, and I don't care.
Color hair, it would make Sadie.
But no, Sherardi earlier in Discord was looking at some zombie survival packs from Amazon, and they only come with like 2 fucking bandages and fucking shit like that. I mean, they're trying to market this shit. Why don't they just market it as a survival pack and actually put real shit in there instead of look, it's a zombie pack, have some stickers and fucking.
Oh,
Yeah.
and
What are the stickers for?
non-aspirin. Non-aspirin.
No, the only thing you need in a zombie survival pack is a sledgehammer and a packet of condoms.
Actually, he's not that far
Okay.
wrong.
I'm not sure about the condom part.
No,
Where do they go? Are we going to fuck a zombie? Why? Where do the condoms come in?
actually, I can tell you that if you want to know. Condoms
Please.
are really fucking useful if you're actually making yourself a survival kit. Think about what you can actually store in them.
Oh yeah, I know they're useful. Yeah, I mean you can use them for water. You can use them as a gourd. You can use them to protect your weapon by putting them over the end, and you know. Yeah, there are
but
plenty of
not to
uses, but
burst,
I'm still not sure about the zombie aspect.
because I'm going to fuck the zombies.
Why
And
do
I
you
don't
wanna
want to
fuck
catch
the
the zombie
zombies?
guardies.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
there's
I
gonna
thought you had to be
hot-
bitten.
I saw strippers versus zombies, and believe me, there were zombies you would give one to.
I didn't think you
Just-
could catch it that way. I thought it just biting. I thought it was a biting was the
Why
transmission.
take the chance? And then afterwards, you know,
Yeah, but
you
you
can
have to
breathe
put
them.
yourself into a condom.
Full body
You what?
condom.
Your full body condom.
No,
exactly.
this is not naked gun.
You would. That's what you'd have to do if you're going to use that argument. And it would have to be a carbon fiber one or something, you know. Like... You're not going to get much pleasure. That's not ribbed for anyone's pleasure. The zombie tickler. Is that what you're suggesting?
That's just disturbing, dude.
You see, Cabbage. You see, I go one way, and Cabbage has to take it that step further. Always.
A zombie tickler. Ready for the apocalypse? You need your zombie tickler. Come on, it's marketing, man. You got to think about it. You're going to suggest these things. You got to work the marketing.
Magic Bollocks has it right. Voice needs a living vagina before he needs a Johnny.
Well, you know something else I would put in like a pack.
No, hang on. Sorry, man.
Survival.
I have to defend myself here. No bollocks, you wank job. I don't want a living vagina because they're too much trouble. That's why a dead vagina is superior in every single way.
Yeah, and technically it can't sue you.
Exactly. And can't get pregnant.
No alimony, no child support.
That was you defending yourself, Voice?
It was a good defense.
Yes.
I like that. It's absolutely adequate.
Oh shit! But no, I noticed on like the Walking Dead and all these zombie shows, they never really have like a little miniature cook stove or anything like that. They start these big ass fucking campfires, and they're begging for the zombies to show up. So I would get one of those emergency cook stoves and plenty of propane to go for it, and you know, fucking shit that you could actually use. Because I'd be headed out to the woods where there's, I'm already at for one. I could just go up further, and there's less people. I'd be more worried about the elements and zombie bears, if that is a thing. I mean, I don't know.
Zombie bears. Yeah. We haven't even thought about the wildlife. Yeah, you could have zombie vultures as well. And, you know, and it's...
First off, Matt, don't go up into the fucking wilderness. Don't do that to yourself. That's just stupid. What you need to do is identify your nearest military base and go there.
And become part of the hive mind.
No, have you seen the zombie movies and TV shows? The military is always inept, and they fuck everything up, and then they leave and let you die. I'm definitely not headed there until after they already leave. Then I'll go scavenge anything.
You're not going there while the army's there. That is literally suicide. You wait till they've been wiped out, go in, take the area, clear it out, make it yours, re-armor it, and sit out the zombie virus, pissing yourself laughing, watching other people getting eaten.
See, I'd go find the nearest town that has an empty hospital.
Hospitals are not secure enough.
And towns are full of zombies.
Not for long. Zombies almost always end up leaving the towns quite quickly. That's why I'm telling you towns are actually safer if you're able to survive the first couple of days.
I would go to the nearest Victorian water pump.
Good choice.
Yeah, one door in, no other entrances. Big secure building, plenty of water. Yeah, that would work.
So actually, for us British, it's easy. What we do, we get a boat and we go to one of those forts off the coast of England, and that's it. We win. The zombie apocalypse doesn't matter. We have literally won. Like I said,
well, we need to become citizens of SeaWorld. Become citizens of SeaWorld, and we'll be fine.
You bunch of pussies fighting the best fucking hind place. I ain't going to get a Scania 164 and I'm going to, do me a truck of zombie. Get into the fucking fray. None of this fucking hiding bullshit.
Hey, this whole conversation was about survival of a zombie apocalypse, not having fun in a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you can't do both. Nothing saying. Well, no, because I mean, like, I'd have the water tower, the water pump, and on the roof you could always mount some miniguns, and you could have all kinds of shit up there.
Yep.
So you could still, do some sniping and.
I just have to hang on, Kevin. I just have to point out again at your age. How do you think you're going to get a minigun up a fucking ladder to a water tower?
It's called a block and tackle, mate. Block and tackle. See, I know.
In fact, how are you going to get up the fucking water tower?
It's called a block and tackle.
It's easy. Very simple. Block and tackle. That's all you need. I'm not carrying it on my back. I'm not a fucking moron.
Actually, be
It's
careful.
called a winch. Ever heard of winches?
You could actually use the zombies to pull the block and tackle for you if you care.
Yeah, you're hooking them up to your pulley system. Look, but no, actually, you know, a secure place and somewhere I can have fun during the zombie apocalypse. All right, I'm going to a warehouse that holds all the beer and shit. And warehouses are usually got fences around them. They're somewhat secure, and it should be loaded full of alcohol and lots of other stuff. I'm sure there's food, you know, in the warehouses too. So there we go. Find an industrial area and take it over.
Dude, without trying to dox you, you want to have a look at how many military forts you've got in your area and just go and take over one of them. Then you go out.
Yeah, take over a military base on your own. Good luck, man. Well, no, at least he's got a small base. He's got his. How many of you are there now? I mean, there's what, 9? So it's a start.
Well, no, see, that's the point, Cabby. You don't do it right.
Fucking, what are they, ninjas?
There's 6 kids and 2 adults. That's 8. That's
6
8
ninjas
people.
and 2 samurais. Okay. Take over a fucking base.
But my son does have the dog, the little Chihuahua mixed dog. So I figure we just throw him in one direction, and he'll bark and yap, and the zombies will follow him. So that's at least one tool in my tool belt. Like,
hang on, Mom.
Dog, get out of here.
Did you say your son has a little Chihuahua?
It's a Chihuahua wiener dog mixed thing. It's not really a tiny dog. I don't know.
Does he play dress up?
So he'll be the gay one then.
Does he play dress up?
No.
Is he
No.
doing dress up? Oh, have you checked his wardrobe?
Anyway.
You bought your son a fucking Chihuahua. He's going to be gay when he grows up. And carried around in his mom's purse.
You gave your kid a fucking handbag dog.
Oh my, no, dude, whatever. It's not that small. Like I said. It's a dog. It's not a fucking Chihuahua. It's like Chihuahua Terrier or some shit. It's like a weird mix.
You should have got him a
weird fucking.
Is it a zombie Chihuahua?
It will be a zombie Chihuahua if we have to throw him in the direction of the zombie.
A Chihuahua grenade. So you're saying you got a Chihuahua grenade? Is that what it is?
No,
you got a Chihuahua
actually,
grenade.
if there's a zombie apocalypse, the dog will be called Lunch.
I say nothing.
Oh, you say lunch? I'd say a snack. That's 11sies. Jesus, have you seen how big they are? Tiny little things. That's not a meal.
Are you a fucking hobbit? Oh,
a snack.
What about zombie hobbits?
That's actually a scary idea. Them little bastards, you can never see them coming.
That's true. Well,
I'd
only
stick
one of
with
them.
the sledgehammer and the condoms.
Well, isn't that what happened to, Skeksis? You know, I mean, isn't he a zombie hobbit?
Who?
Didn't the ring turn him into a zombie? Well, Skeksis.
Smeagol.
Meagle, yes.
Smeagol.
You mean Smeagol?
Yes.
Smeagol, yes. Smeagol. Yeah, Skeksis, sorry, that was Dark Crystal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I was having a brain fart there.
This is the guy who you think you're going to survive the apocalypse.
Yeah, but that's because I don't think I'm going to be attacked by fucking mythical creatures.
He'll be sitting shooting what he thinks is a minigun, and he'll be actually holding a broom or something, without minding the gun.
Go back to roleplay during the
I'll just be pissing on the guy.
Drink enough food. Start match and set fire to the bastards.
So where do you think if the Center for Disease Control actually put out a report on it, where do you think it could actually originate from? Like the middle of the Amazon?
Nowhere, because it's imaginary. It's imaginary.
Then turn on your imagination. That's what this stream is about. Yep, I know, I'm using logic. Naughty me.
Nah, it's not logic. It's delusion. That's what you're using. Delusion.
In that case, turn on your delusion. I'm good.
Okay. Well, if you insist. Yeah, but you know where that can go. It can go down some fairly dark holes.
Yeah, straight away it's already going there by your use of the words in fairly dark holes, especially seeing as Wes wants to walk around with a bag full of condoms and a club hammer. I thought that's what he used to carry around when he went out on the pool.
Yeah, well, that's just an average night out in Dublin. No, sorry, not Dublin. Jesus. Uh-oh. Got myself in trouble there.
Oh, dear.
He's Northern Irish. Sorry, I should have said Belfast.
I don't think he was listening. I think you're safe.
Excellent.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a CDC, okay, so there was some brain-munching disease that turned people into zombies. Where would it? Well, usually it would probably happen at some major hub, you know, like a connecting hub. So it would be any major city, really, with a major airport. That's the way it would be.
I got targeting Atlanta with that sort of stuff. So yeah.
So it'd be like around Heathrow, Gatwick over here. It'd be around JFK and LAX, and you know, all the connection hubs.
The other place they usually like to start it is either India or in Africa somewhere, because it's the dark continent and nobody quite knows. Though India, I could actually see that being a primary place, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, don't forget the Spanish had a pop at it with the Spanish flu. So, you know, it could come from Spain.
So here we go.
Especially now with the Moorish invasion.
Are you looking at the screen, guys? You see Center for Disease Control, Zombie Pandemic comic book. Quite interesting. Let's take a look here.
God, it's worrying, isn't it, that they're actually producing this shit at the taxpayer's expense, I might point out.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't want to read through this fucking whole comic book. Let's find something entertaining here. Let's see. Is there any zombies eating people?
That's what we want.
Oh, wait a minute, though. Let's check the internet. A zombie virus? This does not look good, Max. Oh, shit. Let's check the CDC's website. Get a kit, make a plan. Okay, the internet's still working, though? I guess at the very beginning of the virus outbreak, the internet will still work. But that's still kind of a shitty idea. You know, maybe at the first zombie attack, you're like, maybe I should get everything ready and get the fuck out of Dodge. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, but I mean, what happens when a zombie delivers you your zombie kit? Kind of counterproductive there, isn't it? You know, do you think they're going to be delivering them?
No. I know what it is. You clicked on them.
No.
Thought you was getting the kit to survive it. You're actually getting the kit to turn yourself into a zombie.
Check out the kit here, okay? Potato chips, 2 cans of soup. That's like what? What is that? Another jug of water? So a jug and a water bottle, 1 flashlight. I don't see any batteries. I think he has a fucking basketball in there. The fuck do you need the basketball for?
Well, you know, zombies are easily distracted. You just need to just throw the ball. Throw the ball and they'll run. They'll chase it. Like
extra
puppies,
cash.
Like chihuahuas.
Grab currency, you know, because that's going to be really useful during the fucking apocalypse.
Well, yeah, but it's also good to write on. You know, you need notepads.
Holy shit. He grabbed his dog more food than himself.
What, was it Chihuahua?
Bad.
Fucking chihuahua.
Oh, there's a zombie, kind of. Is that a zombie cat? It kind of looks like a zombie cat.
Cool.
Shit.
No,
Now
that's
it's turned into. Now it's Pet Cemetery.
No, that's just how cats look, the evil bastards.
Yes, exactly. So like cats are kicking.
Mrs. Clements, you don't look so good. No, I say she doesn't. This is the funniest comic book ever. Did they make more?
Awesome.
It's probably a whole series.
Oh, he just shoved that old lady down the stairs.
Yeah, the bitch deserved it. Look at her. Man, she looked a bit spaced out. She needed a good pushing.
Well, she deserved it either way. She was old and just in the way.
That's harsh, dude.
There you go.
I'm in that sort of mood tonight.
No, what's his name? The Australian guy. He'd totally back you up on that. Fucking
Well, that's a
Fucking
creepy
guy.
looking. I don't even know if that guy's a
Bacon.
zombie. That just looks like a creepy old fat guy. This red shirted one.
Hang on. I mean, what do you define as creep? We're talking about fucking zombies here. What? So now we're talking about pervert zombies.
Yeah.
Pedophile zombies. Jesus.
Is that the CDC getting? Oh, they did make part 2. God damn it.
This is not healthy.
Even in Atlanta, it's even in Atlanta, Georgia. The Walking Dead started in Georgia, I think.
Like I said, Atlanta is one of the major hubs, so that of course that's where they're gonna plonk that sort of thing.
Now we know this is, just off the rails and in no way, in touch with reality. I mean, we've got a woman and a black scientist. Come on.
Yeah,
That's the least believable part about this comic book. Come on now.
I believe in fucking zombies before I believe in women in STEM.
Well, no, and look. That's not a zombie. That's a homeless guy asking for a ride. These guys are evil. Leaving the poor homeless guy out there.
That's mad when he was drinking. Looking for a lift home.
Can the CDC hit me with the copyright? I better stop sharing this.
This is actually a CDC comic, is it?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. This is from the
Hang on.
CDC.
Are you telling me that the Center for Disease Control actually spent time and money making a fucking comic?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's what I was saying. This is taxpayers' money that's gone into this.
You
That's
see,
what I was saying.
this is why we don't have cures for anything.
Yeah. Too busy making comic books about them. So we don't need to cure them. We just need to make comics about them. AIDS. Fuck a cure. There, just make a comic book about how David and Peter end up having a wonderful relationship until one of them dies, and it's all.
We don't have to cure it anymore. It's legal in California, so it's not considered as disease anymore. It's part of the gay pride,
Does make you wonder, though, doesn't it? What's the motivation behind this? I mean, the idea that the CDC, I mean, even if they were doing it maybe it was an April Fool's. When did they post it? Was it on April the 1st? What's the posting date on it?
I don't want to break
like
Cabby, I don't want to break this to you, but I actually know a couple of scientists that are working on the zombie virus. So all of our jokes are all well and good, but they're actually trying to make it.
Why would you?
Well, yeah, but what do they classify as? Yeah, but what? I mean, what is it? What would you classify as a zombie virus? I mean, You don't need to do that. You just need to retard kids, and they're already doing that.
Oh, and
It's called schooling.
And panel, everybody congratulate Dade. He is officially banned from Twitter. Good job, sir.
Well done. Well done.
That's, you think? You got to add that to your belt, mate. That's another notch on the bedpost.
Hang on, I followed Dade on Twitter, and I haven't seen him post anything, actually bannable.
You don't need to anymore. You just got to offend somebody. That's all it takes.
Now, apparently, he called out Antifa and told them to come to Iowa so he could bury them all in a cornfield. That is brilliant. I love it.
What's wrong with
reasonable? That? Seems like a reasonable request.
I agree.
What's wrong with that?
All right, I'll be right back. I gotta grab a glass of water. Yeah, that's right, people. Water.
Lucky you. Yeah. Actually, if you think about it, I can see why it was that he got banned. I mean, trying to get people to go to Iowa. What kind of evil sick
Okay, that's a fair comment. Yeah.
Right.
Iowa. There must be something good in Iowa. Come on, somebody must know something good in Iowa. It must have some redeeming character, some redeeming feature.
Dude, if you're waiting for an answer, there's going to be an awful lot of dead air. I'm pretty sure on that one.
Oh, I need to check the chat. I'm sure somebody knows.
No, I'm just looking at it now. Hang on. Oh, right, I haven't muted myself. Okay. So there is apparently some caves at a state park. There's some mounds at another state park. There's the Amana colonies, which is a recreation of an 1800 German village. I don't want to go to I want to leave the fucking place. Seriously.
Let the zombies take.
Ahmed Smart said the best thing about Iowa, the road out.
Oh no, wait, we have a. Oh, this is interesting. We have a Czech and Slovak museum.
Ooh.
Oh well. You see, now you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. We gotta protect that.
We have the bridges. Oh, this is interesting. We have the bridges of Madison County, so you can cross bridges. Yeah. Oh wait, we have something that might. Oh wow, it said American Gothic house, but it's the most boring looking fucking house I've ever seen. It's just white.
Gothic. Oh God, you want Gothic? We got Gothic over here coming out of our ears.
Oh no, we have one good thing. One good thing. I found the one good thing you should go to Iowa for. It's where Field of Dreams was filmed.
All the more reason to nuke the fucking thing. I agree with you, mate. I'm all in now. That was the final. That was the clincher.
No, hang on. What have you got? What's wrong with Field of Dreams?
Everything. What's right with it? Well, you're gay.
Explain how I'm gay for liking Field of Dreams.
Because it's a pussy film. It means nothing. It goes nowhere, and it's just a bunch of ass slapping people who play rounders. Fuck off.
Maud, get in here and defend your not fucking Must be taking an awful lot of time to put that whiskey in the water.
He's going to go to the pump. He's hand pumping it. He's got an artisanal well.
Oh dear. Can we at least pretend we're doing the zombie apocalypse conversation? Just to...
No, well, damn it.
Apparently you can...
No. It got railroaded with the fucking Chihuahua.
No, hang on. No, we can bring it back. All you have to do is to go to Iowa, because not even zombies would fucking go there.
Nice.
Safe place. There you go. There's your safe space.
Oh dear. Safe space. That's just hard, dude.
I wonder what the suicide rate is in Ohio, because it has to be high.
No,
I mean,
they probably
there's
just
nothing
can't
in
even, I bet they can't even be bothered to commit suicide.
Here we go.
That's when you know you're suffering from depression, when you won't even fucking commit suicide.
Oh my God, I was fucking
Maybe
right.
tomorrow.
This-
Well, high
Iowa's
isn't it?
Iowa's suicide rate has increased faster than most states over the last 2 decades.
Oh, no. Oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah, but can you be sure that they were all suicides? Can you be sure? A lot of strange things happen in the countryside.
No, hang on. In the last 2 decades, it has rose by 36%. Yeah, so basically, don't go to Iowa. Stay away from Iowa if you're feeling suicidal. That's fucking funny.
Or if you committed, go to Iowa. He probably has support groups.
There's a lot of suicides in Iowa, or they have the best serial killers in the world because they never get caught.
Well, that's distinctly possible. That's feasible. Don't count them out.
Oh, this will interest you, Jansen. I'm actually had the TV here on mute, and apparently there's an advert for 40K, the models.
Cool.
Yes, this is the first time I ever saw a 40K advert on TV. So.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Thank you, Matt.
God damn it. Dade, real quick, I'll throw it in the actual chat for you. I went to go send it to you on Twitter. D.
No. What more proof do we need he doesn't listen to anything we say?
What more proof do you need that he shouldn't be fucking at homeschooling?
Hey, I don't do homeschool.
You leave Maud alone. He's got his GED and he's doing a course.
He's got his chihuahua, he's fine.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
He's got his zombie grenade.
He just needs his man first and he can move to California.
Now we know what's happened to 40, Matt.
All right, you fucking retards. You want to talk smack about Iowa? Go ahead. I don't really give a shit. If I want to talk about being suicidal, I would have to come from the countries you come from. You're just all jealous because we actually have a mental institute in one of our smaller towns, which is haunted. That's what it's all about. You're just all fucking jealous because we got a real-life asylum.
That's not haunted. They're called homeless.
Joking.
Hero, which one? I'm actually curious. Not fucking you around. Which one? What's it called?
The Mental Health Institute in Independence, Iowa.
Can't say I know that one, but I'm a bit of a fan.
It's the one he's never been admitted to.
I confirm or deny that.
No, it's the Mental Health Institute in Independence, Iowa is actually has some urban legends in regards to that area of Iowa. And it is actually and it's in the same town that actually hosts one of the very old remainder working mills, where the water spins the wheels and they would, and all that kind of shit. Hey.
Yep.
I love it when Americans say very old, it always makes me chuckle.
Okay, asshole, we're talking 16. All right, asshole. All right, you fucking asshole, we're talking 1600s.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for Iowa, so for America, 1600s is old.
There's the link, Jackson, to this hospital Dade is talking about.
Relative.
Well, it's all relative that you old guys over there in the old countries are getting ass pounded by fucking Muslims. Yeah, really want to talk about needing to commit suicide rates? That would be
Hey, don't you start with us about Muslims. At least we don't have California.
Oh,
Yeah, at least we-
shit, you got me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but the thing is, at least we'd have an excuse for committing suicide. You know, what's your excuse?
Wait a minute,
Well,
Cabbage.
We didn't have one until we got California, so you win that
There
round.
you go. See?
Yeah, but Cabbage, you told me Scotland was turning into your guys' California, so you still have Scotland.
No, I
Well,
said Scotland
see,
is our version of Mexico.
See, California still did it better. At least Scotland's Scotland. California has no excuse.
Wales could be our California, maybe.
Oh!
We've got Mexico in Scotland. Turn Wales into California.
Damn, that's harsh. No, I just wanted to jump on before I had to go to bed because I got a third shift job. I work third shift, so I got to be to work at midnight to 8 a.m. So I just thought I'd say hi to everybody. And yeah, we're riffing on Iowa. That's fine and all. Yeah, I actually got banned on Twitter because some Antifa fucker was talking about going through the capital of Iowa, of Des Moines and everything, and wanting to have a rally against our governor. And I'm like, you come to Iowa, motherfuckers. And I literally said, you come to Iowa, motherfuckers, and I will bury you all in the cornfields. 2 minutes later, I was banned. I'm like, oh, you think I give a shit?
Why are you going to go to all the trouble of burying them? Don't you have like grinders there? You know, make some sausages and send them to jail.
No, they don't let us do that at the Amana colonies, and GPC and Monsanto are kind of picky about that shit. So we'd have to get the small-time dairy farmers and those guys to do all the grinding in the meat sheds and all that shit, and then put them in the fertilizer. So
I don't see the problem.
Yeah, whatever happened to a good old wood chipper? Come on.
I don't see
Come
the
on,
problem.
can't you just go like full on?
Fucking pussy goes, oh, that's offensive. I'm offended that you would basically say something about hate speech. I said, motherfucker, you basically just said you want to go to the capital of Iowa, start a fucking riot, and burn our capital down in the state in Des Moines. I'm like, fucking asking to get your ass kicked. So come to Iowa and I'll bury your ass in the fucking cornfield. Oh, you're banned because of hate speech. I'm like, go fuck yourself. You think that means anything to me? I literally told Twitter, go fuck yourselves. Do you think that means anything to me? He goes, well, that attitude is why you're banned. And I'm like, and you're going to stop me from making a new account? We have your IP address on record. I'm like, I can change it, dipshits.
Ever heard of a VPN? Ever heard of IP config/renew?
Right, exactly. Yeah. And so it was just one of those things like, you guys really think I give a shit that you banned me from fucking Twitter? I wear that with pride. I've been on Twitter for about five years or 3 or 4 years easily, and I never had a problem with anybody. So if you fucking come to Iowa, we're gonna burn the Capitol down. I'm like, oh, wrong, fucking wrong person to say that to, bitch. I don't go around saying your shit countries and states saying, oh, I'm gonna go to your state and country and burn shit down. It's like, grow the fuck up. And the kicker in the pants was the guy that made the original comment. He's a fucking baby boomer. I was like, what the fuck? Did you not get enough of an ass kicking during Woodstock, you fucking hippie? So it was just one of those things. It's kind of like, look, man, if you're gonna come say you're gonna come start trouble in my state.
Short answer is no, they didn't.
Apparently,
otherwise
fucking
it wouldn't have become yuppies.
Oh yeah, no shit. Well, see, that was the thing. I love pointing that out to people. It's like, oh yeah, you guys talk all this big fucking game about changing the world and all that shit, and then you realize you had to go get real fucking jobs. You all became fucking Patrick Bateman over there, being yuppies and on pills and shit. So
where was Fargo set? Was that in Iowa?
No, that's North Dakota.
Oh, was it? Well, okay. Well, you can still get wood chippers.
Oh yeah,
So,
easily. So
the
they
option's still open.
got butthurt
You go
over that. And
full
I'm like,
Fargo.
I didn't really give a shit, and they banned me. And like, oh, you think that like I'm not gonna brag about that shit? I've been bragging that. Oh, you got banned from Twitter? It's like, fuck yeah. Everybody's like, all right. It's like, I know, right? Because here's what's gonna go on. They're gonna keep continually going down the leftist path, and then probably I would say within 2 or 3 years, they're gonna be hurt for so much well, basically everything, that they're going to want people back, and we're just going to be like, fuck you.
Yeah, well, why do you think they have to keep doing these stock buybacks? Because they're losing so much shit. I mean, look at the share values; they're collapsing. You know, Facebook and Twitter, they're through their own policies. You know, nobody's doing that to them; they're doing it to themselves. It's suicidal. These people are like the people who self-harm. That's like with every slice, you know, the Chinese torches, you know.
And yet people make fun of Iowa for being what it is and having suicide problems. Well, we're not the ones sitting in Silicon Valley having to buy back our own stock because we can't get investors like the pack of fucking retards.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know what to tell you on that one. You know, fuck Twitter. I don't give a shit. And fuck YouTube while you're at it.
Yeah.
You're going to move over to Gab? I have a Gab account.
I already have a, yeah, I was going to say, I have a Gab AI account at Dade L. Murphy 85. So if anybody wants to find me there, there you are. I think MC, you and I are already connected on there, aren't we?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things. And you know, the funny thing is, I've been getting a lot of mega followers following me. And it's like, I'm not following anybody. In fact, I had a thing on there on my Twitter account that says, in the banner says, "Don't follow me, I'm lost," which basically says, "Don't be following me because I'm in the mood to start some shit." And it's like, okay, well, we're going to follow you anyway. Okay, fine. So I don't know what to say about that. But anyway, I just wanted to drop by and say hello to everybody. I don't mind you guys poking fun at Iowa. I do. We do have the, I honestly have to say, we probably do have the, one of, it's a good place to live, but I wouldn't want to visit here. And we'll just leave it at that.
Nice.
So
it's a great place. It's a great place to die, apparently.
You know, you would think people would be going to Florida, but I guess there's something about here that's been changing their mind. Maybe they would rather have minor floods and drought as opposed to getting tsunamied out the ass. I couldn't tell you.
I thought there was an age limit in Florida. Then you have to be over 70 or something.
I couldn't tell you. I don't plan on dying down in Florida, let alone retiring. So
you got to be over Jewish. You got to be Jewish and over 70.
Well, then there's my problem. I'm not Jewish.
Well, don't worry. Just talk to Patrick Little for 2 or 3 minutes, and I guarantee you'll be a Jew in no time.
Nice.
We'll get you a yarmulke. We'll crowdfund you a yarmulke.
From me a yarmulke. All right, everybody have a good one. I will see you guys when I see you guys. Thanks for having me on.
Look after yourself, mate.
Have a good night.
Yeah, mate.
Right, bye.
So MC, if a zombie apocalypse happened in some far-flung corner of like Africa or something, couldn't you just nuke it and stop it right there? Matter of fact,
why would I do that?
Well, I know, because you just love nukes, mate. I mean, you'd be the one that you'd be sitting on the fucking bomb on the way down, going yeehaw.
What are you talking about? More likely the one who's freaking created the virus to begin with.
Dr. Strangelove style.
No, I like what MC just said, and I completely agree with him.
Why would I sit up there and start it in far-flung Africa, man? There's plenty of people in San Francisco that need going first.
That's a very, very fair assessment.
Oh dear.
Are you going to try?
The person's on a direct flight from there to New York and back.
Okay,
maybe
so
a
that
short
answers
stop
my
over in frickin' Washington D.C. or possibly Baltimore.
Yeah, that totally answered my question. I was going to say, well, are you going to at least quarantine Africa then? But no, you're going to let these guys travel.
What do you mean quarantine Africa? That's going to be the safe zone. It's going to be like the people that don't get it. They'll be sitting back watching it going, who the hell? We're safe because no one's going to fly here.
Too much of a shithole country. What?
Now think about it. Think about it. Think about who'll be left. Once it hit the freaking the first world countries, you think anyone's gonna be fleeing to the third world for freaking medical treatment? I don't think so. No, people are stupid.
He's right. That's the problem. Yeah,
well, you certainly wouldn't be going down to South Africa and opening a farm up, would you?
Is this the direction you wanted me to take this, Mad Dodge?
Sure, why not? I've had a piss poor day. I'm fine with it.
He doesn't give a shit. He's given up the will to live. And he
I
hasn't
saw
got any
that you
beer.
got some RAM, but you're having problems with your RAM.
He bought the wrong ones.
Yeah, it's the wrong ones. I have to send it back.
Yeah, that's the problem with some of this stuff is you don't know what's actually going to work until you try it sometimes.
Well, that's why you get the numbers off the serial board and you check it.
Well, even then, it's depending upon what settings they've created on it. They may have turned off certain things and they didn't bother to tell anybody. I mean, it's a lot.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's why I said you're gonna generic is not necessarily good.
I've said fuck it, and I'm going back to my original plan and saving up for a new fucking PC. Fuck this.
No,
the
that's
kids
how they
can
get
bother
you.
with this fucking thing. Yeah,
That's how they get
how
you.
they get you.
See, now you're full on Windows 10, and they've got you in.
But how
the Matrix.
How big is your power supply?
It's not the power supply that the problem was. It was the 3D code. It was incompatible memory.
That's not what I'm asking about. That's not why I'm asking. I mean, if it's a relatively powerful power supply, then you might as well buy a motherboard and the memory for it, and then go that way.
That's what I said.
No, you see, MC.
Exactly.
His power supply is basically how fast the wife can paddle.
Speaking of that, I haven't whipped her in a while to make her pedal faster. Let's see if we get this internet working. No.
Plus, the other reason he's so depressed is he's got no beer. All he's got to drink is water.
Yeah.
Water's vodka. No vodka. I'm sober as a judge that smokes weed, but a judge.
Okay, so how many judges have you been watching lately as they get pulled over on frickin' on like cops and shit?
Yeah, they tend to have a definite affinity towards the
that used to be a thing. Judges stayed sober. I can't think that went out the window a long time ago.
Yeah,
Judge Judy
it's not a modern thing.
I have to say, does anyone disagree?
Judge Judy, what? Judge Judy's on acid.
No,
doesn't need to be drinking.
And I was saying Judge Judy on weed would be funny as fuck.
She's already on acid. The weed wouldn't do nothing.
Calm her down, mate.
Right. Oh, sorry, I stepped away to get some more water. Yeah, I don't know. Are we done with the zombie thing? Anything in the news today, MC? I've been fucking with my computer all day, and it
failed. Yeah, dismal failure. Seriously.
What's been in the news today?
I have actually some news that might interest at least some people. The ex-leader of the SNP, Alex Salmond, has been charged with sexual activities, and he's had to quit the SNP. That is really going to help the Scottish with their independence, isn't it?
I'm waiting for Nicola Sturgeon to be caught out for being a fucking, a predatory lesbian. That'll happen next.
The only thing that's been happening recently is the Marxist won the Democratic nomination in Florida, but at the same time, the Trump nominee for the Republican won the primary. So it's the Trump Republican versus the communist, the Bernie communist in Florida for governor. Everyone is still whining about Hawaii getting flooded because it rained heavily due to a hurricane that went nearby and actually didn't hit the island. Trudeau says that the NAFTA deal is possible by Friday.
Whose fault is rain, for fuck's sake? I mean, you can hardly make that a partisan issue, can you? It rained.
No, that was Trump. He sent the rain. The bastard
He must have done.
Don't you understand that it never would have happened if it wasn't for global warming?
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
That's-
Well,
that's
no,
the
you
news.
can't. No, you can't call it that. It's climate change now because global warming's already been made to look like total arse.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
Yeah, but
climate change.
remember, if you
But then
actually,
you can't blame climate change on anyone because it's just change. But change is good, right?
if
We
you
all want
actually,
change.
if you've been reading the scientists for the last 20 years, we're meant to have at least 2 ice ages by now, but apparently
Oh
they
no.
haven't came.
I remember back in the 70s when I was a kid, they were all talking about the Earth turning into a snowball.
They
And
said
it
that
was
in the late 80s as well.
yeah. And then they suddenly changed the tack, and it's like, no, we're all going to be burning to death because we. And then, well, weirdly enough, at the time when they were saying we're all going to burn to death, we ended up with some of the coldest winters we've had in years. So, go figure. Jesus, you may as well just throw a dart on a board and just get the same fucking results as these cretins come out with.
I thought that's what they did.
It probably is. Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
it as well. It's like every like when they're partying, the Christmas party. It's like what shit are we going to produce for the next
Yes,
year?
but
It's like, well,
here's the major problem, right? The climate scientists' jobs depend on them proving climate change correct. So there is a distinct bias in them
of
having to
course.
come up and say it's real just to get fucking paid.
True.
You know, that's a problem in every field of
Oh, it
nearly
is.
every field of science these days.
But not only that, there's been studies where somebody did. It was a while ago, but somebody did a study on like different science papers that were being submitted. I mean, we're talking about like really obscure ones, like things to do with nuclear fission or fusion. Sorry, fusion papers and things like that. But every single paper had to include something to do with how it was going to save the environment, right? Unless you had one of those things in there, there was no way that you were going to get any kind of funding. You had to include something relating to, climate change, global warming, whatever it happened to be. I mean,
Ooh,
that's how it's got now.
in that case, my suggestion about wiping out all of humanity, I might be able to get a grant, because if we wiped out all of humanity, the Earth would finally be able to cool itself down. So, I like this plan.
Johnson,
Yeah.
I have to disagree with you, sir. I'm sorry, but we have to keep the cheerleaders.
What for? Food?
Yeah, maybe for you can keep half for food, and I'll keep half for the actual reason this should be kept.
Ah, you like cheerleading. I understand.
No, you could.
What was that, Cabbage?
And Cabby has died.
Okay. I thought my internet was messing up. I was like, oh, great, here we go again. But
We can't hear you. All we hear is roboting right now, Cabbage. Things are calm. I'm kind of enjoying the talk now.
well, no, I can connect climate change to the zombie virus. So parts
Why
of
do you keep
Antarctica.
thinking that the zombie virus is not going to be freaking man-made?
It is. It almost
Either
guarantees.
that or some of that glacier, or there's a lake that the Russians control in Antarctica, and it's been its own ecosystem since Antarctica froze over. And who knows what viruses or what's down in there. Maybe they release something that fucking spreads to a scientist and they go home and then it spreads from there.
I agree, Maud. That is a very good idea, but let's be honest, we all know that the zombie virus, if it ever does come, is going to start in California.
Yep.
No, it's already started. What do you mean it's going to start? It's already got.
Well, Hollywood, but Hollywood doesn't count, Cabby.
Well, no, San Francisco. You got San Francisco. You got Hollywood. You got all the way.
All the way to where?
It's almost like I had a smite button.
Oh dear.
Be honest, MC, you dropped a rock on him, didn't you?
He's probably going to start thinking that. He is that paranoid.
MC had, his friends in the Jewish conspiracy, deal with Gabby.
Yeah, once I got my yarmulke from frickin' Patrick Willows, I have a whole new lease on things now. My power has grown.
But you have a point. It probably would be man-made. And Jensen said they were already trying to create it, a man-made zombie virus. But why? Why would you create this in the lab? Have you not
met real scientists? Honest to God, have you not really met real scientists?
No, I haven't met
Okay, let me explain something to you. They do things because, let's try this. They don't even think about what the ramifications are. They're like, I would like to try this. They don't even think about it. This is why the guy said, you know what? I wonder if we could mess with chicken DNA and bring back the dinosaurs. Don't even think about what the ramifications of that are. They just go ahead and do it and go, hey, look, I've got it growing dino teeth again. Okay? That is what scientists are like. Honest to God. When they detonated the first fusion bomb, all right, people were taking bets on whether or not it would light the atmosphere on fire. Okay? Wow. It didn't stop them from trying it at all.
Holy shit. That's fucked.
Okay, I'm not a big thing for government regulation, but yeah, we really need to regulate these fucking scientists.
Oh yeah.
No, honestly, but it's true. This is exactly how they think. It's just like, fuck it, throw it in a pot, see what happens. They're like fucking alchemists, like in the olden days, It's like, hey.
The ones that are out there, the ones that are really, really dangerous, they're really brilliant. They have zero common sense, zero social skills. And this is not an exaggeration. And they just go, let me see what this does. And as long as somebody's helping them do it, they don't care. And what's worse is they're the most arrogant, smug sons of bitches you'll ever meet in your entire life.
Mm-hmm. It's so true. They are. I mean, look at Steve Jobs. I mean, look at Zuckerberg. I mean, look at that fucking robot. You think that he has any empathy for the kind of consequences of the shit that he's going to perpetrate on society? Do you think so? The guy can barely drink a glass of water properly.
These people are that out of it when it comes to this kind of thing.
Well, that's true.
They are literally they're very, very dangerous because they don't think that anything that they do has any ramifications for them whatsoever. This is how a number of them there are accidents that happen in labs constantly. Okay, people never learn about it, right? But there are things that happen in labs constantly where these guys get themselves exposed to all sorts of shit, and it's so commonplace that they don't really even take it seriously. They really don't.
MC, you're not filling me with a lot of confidence. In fact, you're making me think it might be a good idea to find an even more remote place to live.
No. We don't need to become Luddites. We just need to kind of manage the, what influence the lunatics have over the, the release of this stuff. That's where the problem lies.
Well, no, but you could also.
How does this shit get out?
But you could also do this shit private. Like Tesla said he had a goddamn.
Oh yeah, Tesla. Oh yeah, Elon Musk. Yeah. Like I'd fucking trust him with my life. That's another one of these examples.
Well, while Tesla had some ideas when it came to
no Musk,
private industry and everything, when you start talking, well, first of all, Elon Musk isn't doing anything private. He is getting government funding for almost all his crap. That's one thing people don't realize, right?
Massive subsidies, billions every year.
It's not just subsidies. I mean, he has deals with the government to create these kind of monopolies that allow him to be monopolistic because of the deals he's made with the government. Just like AT&T was a monopoly for so long because the government funded it. The government wanted it to be a monopoly, and therefore it was a monopoly for far too long.
Okay, but what about Elon Musk's plan to take a bunch of people to Mars? Do you
I
think the
say do
government's
it.
funding that
I say
idea?
fucking do it. Get those morons off this
Well,
planet.
okay,
Sooner the
that's all
better.
well and good, but what else? What else does Elon Musk have?
Well, he also
Where's he
wants
making his money? Where's he getting his money to actually fund this shit? In reality,
the car line or whatever, right?
what car line? You mean where the government
no.
is giving him literally
No.
tens of billions of dollars to create an electric car? You talking about that?
Yeah, not only the car. No, it's not just the car. No, it's not just the car, though. It's all of those recharging stations that also got massively subsidized. You know, SpaceX is being massively subsidized. So there is nothing he does.
Is SpaceX being subsidized or paid? Because there is a difference. If NASA is trying to use SpaceX as their ticket to wherever,
they're R&D
instead of building their own rocket.
No, their R&D is being subsidized. The work that's being done is being subsidized. Okay, it's being done no, it's being done in different.
NASA is not making a new shuttle. I thought NASA gave up. I thought that's what they're paying SpaceX to do.
Yeah, exactly. And this is and what is SpaceX doing? Creating a reusable rocket, which every time you do it is exponentially less reliable, based on the fact that it's already probably got microfractures from every previous launch. So the insurance cost of the third or fourth launch of that particular piece of equipment.
But my question is,
who's going to insure that
at that point, or is it payment for services?
No,
because he's got a contract with NASA.
Mate, it's states. No, it's the states as well. It's the states which are subsidizing him in terms of giving him freebies, letting him off different local taxes and things like that. There are plenty of ways to get tax exemptions and things like that.
It's Cabby. It's okay. You don't have to worry about its reliability. It won't be made by Rover.
Well, thank God it's not Leyland Daff.
Say somebody else doesn't have to pay a tax, and other groups do. It's not a subsidy, right? I disagree with that look at it, because that's not how these things are being done. The fact is that he's getting government contracts that you don't know about, because many of them are due to the fact that the payloads that they're supposed to be carrying are classified. So they have a process.
The heavy launch vehicles.
They have a process of doing this kind of stuff. And what's worse is that when it came to the electric cars, all right, and all that was directly subsidized by the Department of Energy to try and push the electric car market. All right, this was money being given directly to him, all right, to do this kind of stuff. Elon Musk isn't doing this out of because he's some far off visionary that sits up there and is leading the way. If it wasn't for the fact that the government was directly involved with giving him payments for a lot of the crap that he does, he would be just another pauper sitting on the side of the road.
MC, I've got a question for you. The way you're speaking, it almost sounds like maybe Elon Musk is nothing more than a puppet.
Well,
he is. In a certain sense, he is. He's just a grifter, though. I wouldn't say he's a puppet. I would say he's a grifter. He's another one that's playing the system, and he got all this free press and publicity where the press stood up and said, "Oh, he's the entrepreneur." He's not an entrepreneur. He's a freaking P.T. Barnum. He's no different than freaking Steve Jobs.
Hyperloop. That is going to be so funny when somebody just goes along and smacks the side of it one day and it implodes. It's going to be hilarious.
Oh, that's you're right. I forgot about the Hyperloop. The amount of money that the government poured into that boondoggle.
I haven't heard of that. What's that?
They want to create a freaking how do I put this? Basically, they want to take a tube, build a tube from L.A. to Las Vegas and back.
Vacuum.
And they will then throw this high-speed bullet with a human being in it back and forth.
I mean, forget inertia, right? Inertia doesn't matter. Plus, it's in a vacuum, so...
Basically, the old tubes they used to use for sending messages? You see them in movies now and again. Yeah. You basically shove it in, close it up, and sucks it around. That's the Hyperloop.
Yeah, it's a pneumatic tube.
I thought... Isn't that shit on Futurama and shit?
Well, Killian did a job on it.
Exactly. It's ridiculous. It's so fucking retarded. And like I said, the thing is, all you have to do is, I mean, it doesn't take a lot of deformation of some of the, like a tube. If you had one of these sections of tube and you just deformed it, even by a small amount, you could go up to it with a sledgehammer and smack it, and that would be enough. I mean, once you put that thing into a vacuum, the thing will crumple up like a can. I mean, have you ever seen what happens to? There was a brilliant video that was done with somebody got a the things they use for transporting gasoline, to stations. Like the on trucks. Yeah, like the truck thing. They got those big, for transporting it, and did a vacuum test on one of those. You look at what happens when one of those implodes, and the actual spec of the Hyperloop is less than the spec of one of those.
Oh dear.
You see, I don't know about anybody else, but there's these things called, trains. That do the same thing and do it better.
Mate, they're called choo-choos. Choo-choos. We got to re-educate the people.
If you wanted to do that, then it's very simple to do. But then again, I'm kind of a dick, because what I would do is every time I captured an illegal alien, I'd give them a job for a year building the tunnel from frickin' LA to Las Vegas.
Well, you could do it through boring, but I mean, of all the places,
no. It's back to the pickaxe like days. They're not even getting frickin' dynamite. They're just going to be digging frickin' tunnels.
Here, MC, where's it going? It's going from somewhere to California.
Hey, jobs for the Irish. There you go.
No. MC, why are they building it to California? Who would fucking want to go there?
No, it's for people trying to escape, dude. Come on, think about it.
But I mean,
we don't want them to escape. We want them, nice wee walls. You were born there. I'm sorry, you're fucked. Period.
That's why it's a vacuum tube. They all get in there and suffocate. It's a good plan. I like it.
It's like it's an alternative version of the ovens. Hitler tried ovens. We're trying vacuum tubes now.
In fact, we can have a big dartboard at the end of the vacuum tube.
We've got Elon Musk to help us out to do vacuum, so that you can sit there and learn how this goes. You'll be an astronaut. We'll put you in one of these tubes and then let us know how it works. You'll be one of the experimental people to Mars. Trust us.
Well,
you get a free ride.
If I have to choose between the vacuum tube or the Mars trip, at least I get to go to fucking space. I'm going to Mars.
That's the whole purpose, though. Is we're doing testing. Just like astronauts had to do all that rigorous, athletic testing to make sure that you were healthy to go. This is just part of that. Can you survive 0 bars or not?
Can you survive in space? I mean, you can't do a study on a single example. You gotta.
Yeah, we'll need several thousand people to get the sample. These 16 didn't make it. Next set.
I'm really starting to think that MC's ancestors came from Germany. Your granddad wasn't called Goebbels by any chance, was he?
No,
that wasn't Dr. Death. That was what the hell was his name?
Joseph Mengele.
You're talking about Joseph Mengele.
Yeah, he
was a pussy.
This is Mengele plus.
I was watching a documentary last night about who was worse, Hitler, Mussolini, or Stalin. And the only conclusion the documentary really pointed out is that Mussolini was a pussy and didn't belong on the list. So there's that.
Well, it's an Italian. What do you expect? Christ, more reverse gears than forwards. You don't want to rely on the Italians.
Like they pretty much voted him out of that club.
The freaking Ethiopians with mustard gas on their side. I mean, what the hell, man?
See? Just they don't have the will. That's the thing. They don't have the will.
No, they just don't have the. It's not the will. It's the. They don't have the drive to actually do it. It's not willpower per se. I mean, because they don't mind killing people. It's just like
you see, I never understood this. No, I never understood this whole mustard gas thing. All you need to counteract mustard gas is a beef sandwich.
Oh dear.
Yeah. I just say that this. The joke there was, the film that was done by Goebbels. The will, God, what was the fucking title? I've forgotten it now.
I don't know which one you're talking about from the context yet.
Well, no, they did.
It was the German film that Goebbels did, which was
He did lots of them. Good God, that doesn't.
It's the most famous one that he did.
Honey, I Scott did. Sorry, did I say that out loud? Whoops.
No, I think it was Dale versus Evil.
Honey, I fried the
That's
kids.
the one I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Who left the oven door open?
You see, now these are golden. These would make great films. If only Hollywood would just open its mind. The will of the people. That's the one I was meaning. The will of the people. Anyway, it's done and dusted.
So what's your chat looking like now, Mad Dodge? Happy that I'm arrived?
Yeah, exactly. Have we managed to get any white supremacists on board yet?
No.
I want some fucking tiki torches. We need a tiki torch.
But no, it did point out that Mussolini wasn't even ready to go to war, really, at the point when Hitler commenced the war. So Hitler fucked him over there, and then Hitler fucking backstabbed him on a bunch of deals also. So he kind of got pushed around by Hitler the whole fucking war.
I can tell you, to put it in a modern context of who Mussolini was, basically, do you know, what do you call him? Wormtail from the Lord of the Ring movies.
Wormtail.
Yeah, he sucks up. He sucks up to the bad guys because he thinks they're the most powerful, and then when he finds out they're not, he runs away.
Yeah, slimy bastard, basically.
That's Mussolini.
Yeah, and then people wonder why Britain actually, stood up against it and said, we could have done a deal. Fuck that. That appeasement thing. We tried that. It didn't work. It was ridiculous.
Let's take advantage of the Americans and try something stupid. Would have worked this time. Oops. See, but unlike the Americans, you didn't try it again. You only did it once.
Enough's enough. We know you're talking shit.
The deal with Ireland worked out well. They signed a deal with fucking Nazis.
Yeah, but your deal with the Nazis was, we're for you. We'll help you out from way over here. Let us know when you get here. We'll help you. Oh, you never got here?
Wrong side of the border. Not my deal.
Meanwhile, when they go, you know what? We've got subs. We can take subs over there. No. There's the freaking Irish going. There's a sub.
No. You're not distinguishing between Northern and Southern. The Southern Irish are the ones who just totally stayed out, but the Northern Irish were very much front and center. The Irish brigades, don't undermine the Irish armed force. I mean, the Northern Irish, the Southern Irish, they wouldn't. They were totally pussified. They stayed out.
You see, this is a funny thing. Ireland is so small that in north of Ireland, you had people training to go and fight the Nazis, and about 50 miles down the road across the border, you had a fucking port that was Nazi-friendly, where Nazi ships could come and stop and refuel. And it was weird.
But they were pointed out, and there was a British warship stationed off the edge to capture them when they came out.
Well,
What no one
That's-
realised, Southern Irish were actually helping the British, and they were keeping it secret. There you go.
yeah. Well,
Collusion.
that's what they claim. That's what they claim in hindsight.
Well, they didn't put a Messerschmitt base there, which they could have done. That would have changed the Battle of Britain quite radically.
I think it would just have up production. That's all it would have done.
Your production was on the losing side of that until they started bombing London.
Well, that's true. Well, well, yeah, but don't forget we were using inflatables too. You know, to waste their weapons and things.
Yet you were still losing it until when they stopped
Well-
bombing the airfields is when you guys finally started being able to turn it around.
That's true.
I
That's
actually
when
saw a
production
thing.
kicked on.
I couldn't believe this when I saw it, but it's true. In World War II, they actually made cardboard cutout tanks.
They did, yeah, and inflatables. Seriously, inflatable
Yeah,
ones. They were bouncy, like bouncy castles.
I couldn't believe it when I saw the documentary because, like, they were making these fake tanks, and you know, it was fucking funny as fuck. The food and
They created that entire division and gave it to frickin' Patton prior to the
Well,
invasion.
that was so that they were trying to convince them that they were going to go over to Calais instead of where they did. So they built up all of this false, you know, this false impression on that part of the southern coast. So they thought that, but they were literally like bouncy ones. I remember watching again that, you know, documentary, like you said, and there was guys bouncing on these things like they were fucking bouncy castles.
I'm sure someone was sitting there going, "Hang on, lads, I think we were doing this wrong. Aren't these meant to be made out of metal?"
Well, they had wooden guns in the Dad's army, so
They did indeed. Yeah, they were called broomsticks. Broomsticks, mate.
Actually, wooden guns, weren't they? Anvils.
Actually, well, don't forget that there was you know, there were divisions. I mean, the Home Guard. People laughed at the Home Guard, but in actual fact, there were divisions that were created, or you know, like pockets. There was basically very much like, you know, the cell system that happens with guerrilla warfare, and they had their own caches and everything else. You know, they were, and you know, they were told to take out any senior, you know, Nazi that they saw, or you know, do as much as they could in order to hamper the activities if Germany ever got over the border. So, and they were dotted around everywhere.
And what was your unit called?
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you and the horseshoe fuck.
come on. World War II, too old for that by then. Come on.
That's right. I remember the Somme, mate. I was there in Ypres.
Yeah, you were there with Patton, except for the fact that you were reincarnated as a Frenchman.
Oh, fuck you. Oh, no, that's fighting talk.
That was low.
I'm sorry, but that's an anthrax
That would
envelope.
explain a lot of his attitude, though, wouldn't it?
Oh, that was a bitch move. That was a bitch move.
how to make friends and influence people.
Yeah.
Don't be French.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or Italian.
Or Californian.
Where is 40, by the way? How come he didn't join the stream?
I don't know. 40 is a fly-by-night.
Yeah, remember when his computer was broken, he got a touch of real life, and I think he might have went back.
He might have got
I think he's
addicted
just worried
to...
about the investigation that's going to find him out to be that he was the one that started all the frickin' fires.
You know, he's not wearing that helmet in his videos, you know, just as a character for YouTube. He's doing that because he's waiting for the fucking SWAT to come to the door.
But yeah, I think we pretty much burnt out the whole zombie topic, huh?
Well, that went ages ago. What do you mean? We haven't spoken about that for an hour.
I was trying to connect it to World War II, but the only thing I can think of is the fucking zombie Nazis or whatever.
Actually,
World War Z.
Black Ops.
there's a new film coming out That's set in World
Hellboy.
War II. No, it's set in World War II, and would you hear this for a laugh, right? Set in World War II, and what we start off with, now we end up with German Nazis, right? They're making the 1,000-year army, but we see all these American troops, you know, the airborne, jumping into World War II France, and out of the thousands of people we see jump, there's a one black guy.
Hmm.
Now, I don't know much
Did he have a
about.
parachute?
No, hang on. I don't know much about World War II, but I do know that black people in World War II were is consigned to you know, moving about
Individual squads. They were in squads. They didn't go in. They weren't mixed.
no,
Kind
they
of
did
dark.
they did logistics. You know, they filled wagons and stuff. You know, they weren't on the front lines.
Oh no, they did. No, they did go on the front lines, but they were always black units. It was, you know, there was segregation between.
There were in the United States military. You had in the United States Army specifically. You had what they call black units. You had units that were completely African American.
Yeah,
Right?
you didn't do the
However-
racial mixing.
However, in the Marine Corps, they were already intermixed.
They were. Oh right, so they were the first fucking SJWs, were they? Right. So at least we found
They
fucking
just said
patient
that
zero.
If you're a Marine, you can catch bullets just like everybody else. Charged.
We found
beast.
patient zero. It was the American fucking Marines that started the SJW movement. Right.
No,
At least we know.
hang on, no, because I've never actually saw any. You know, I've read a number of books in World War II, and that's the first time I've actually heard of the. I knew about the fighter pilots, but not the actual ground force black units in the American military.
It didn't
They had
happen with
complete-
us.
They did have complete black units. They had complete armor units that were all black, and infantry units that were all black in World War II.
I mean, it didn't happen with us because we had Indian units and Brits and everyone like all serving together because it was like one for all and all for one. But no, Americans had segregation. I mean, at that time, don't forget, segregation was still a thing. You know, still different kind of. You know, you got water fountains and things.
In the Army, yes. Not in the Marine Corps, but in the Army, yes.
Yeah.
And that carried over all the way to the Korean Peninsula, where the Army was integrated in the Korean Peninsula. It was forced integration. The last all African American units were in Korea.
Yeah, Vietnam, all bets were off, and that's why everyone got stoned.
Guys.
I wouldn't want to. Yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to be in Vietnam. Fuck that noise.
No way. Especially not
You don't
compelled to
want
go.
to be in warfare anyway.
No, you
Yeah.
really don't.
I didn't sign up. That's right. Yeah.
You don't want to see the result of that.
Even the people that sit up there and sign up to be in the military, they're not looking forward to getting shot at. I guarantee you.
Oh, some people do. No, I have met some people who are really.
Said the
That-
majority.
Yeah, okay,
But
majority.
there's always the
Alright,
exceptional lunatic that's out there.
there
Cough,
is.
cough, me. Cough, cough.
No, there are. But yeah, no, most people really well. Plus, they don't know. It's like you remember the stuff like going back to 1914 with the like when you read back to the stories of people going to sign up. You know, it was it wasn't conscription at the time. It was the volunteer army. So people were going down, hopscotching down the streets and things like that. They thought it was all going to be fun. It'll be over by Christmas and all that kind of thing. Those people had a real serious life lesson.
And that's why they're called the Lost Generation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some real stories.
Tactics hadn't caught up to technology.
No, charging artillery with a horse is not a particularly smart move.
No, you put that in the bad category generally, yeah. Going over the wall in mass and tightly packed freaking, formations wasn't a smart move either.
And don't
Not
forget
having
Poland.
radio be able to
Machine
sit there.
guns.
not having radio to be able to call in and pinpoint things was not smart either. Now, a lot of that stuff got developed slowly over time, but unfortunately, you know, they had the technology. The thing about trench warfare and everything that happened in World War One, the real sad part about it is that everybody had the technology to prevent that from actually turning into that kind of a horrid freaking mass slaughter. It's just they didn't realize how it had to be utilized. They had radios. They had the ability to sit up there and train this stuff differently, but the doctrines of the time hadn't caught up to anything yet.
I know they were still trying to live on some kind of honor principle, as if that applies. It was like they were still trying to live the chivalry code or something.
Well, and that which is true as well. That's another aspect that people were, you know, they had the wrong impression of how to do these things, and the generals that were in charge, they didn't know any other way. There was no one that was showing them a better way. When it came back to it, it was just, okay, we just keep adding more and more artillery.
I know the way. You got to find the princess. I know the way.
Someone had to.
She's melted by Ebola. Sorry, I know it's cheap. That was easy, but it was still fun. It's still a lot of knuckles.
Well, and have you seen some of the pictures of the people with shell shock in the trench, and like,
oh mate,
they're all wide-eyed and fucking insane looking? Yeah,
seriously, mate. My granddad, my great granddad came back from there. He lost a leg in the Somme.
Great granddad and great grandson.
Yeah, I am the great grandson of my great granddad. Yeah.
Anyway,
no, he did. He lost a leg in the Somme. And he was totally shell shocked. And I mean, I only remember him, like, I've got two vague memories of him. But the only memories I have of him is literally just sitting in a chair staring at the wall, you know. When he came back, I mean, he was just an empty shell. I mean, he could barely, cope. He couldn't even, look after himself. He was just gone. He was literally space cadet, So, beyond that, well, it was shell shock, as they called it then. But yeah, I mean, you can call it whatever you like. Either way, he was, he was fucking zombie. I mean, there you go. There's your zombie apocalypse, and it was just the dude sitting in a chair staring at a wall. There's your zombie, and it's quite frightening. I mean, I heard stories about it. About I would just wake up like screaming and stuff in the middle of the night. Like shouting for his friends and things. He still thought he was living in the trenches even till the day he died. He really didn't know the war had ended in his own head. I mean, that's frightening.
Agreed.
But
This has taken a surprisingly serious turn, hasn't it?
It did, didn't it? Yes, we started off with zombie chihuahua grenades, and now we've ended up with PTSD. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think then we should probably just go ahead and wrap it up. Before we go even more darker direction, I need some cheering up, guys. Not fucking like I had a shit day. Thank you, everybody.
So you wanted cheering up, so you started a stream on the zombie apocalypse.
Well, yeah. I already told people I was going to do that last week, so I'm a man of my word. But no.
Yeah, but hey, you also promised you were going to have a better PC, and you lied. So you're not a man of your word. You lied.
That wasn't a lie. You lied. You fucking asshole.
It's a lie.
Fuck you. Damn thing almost blew up on my desk. Fuck off. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll be back on Friday. I'm not sure what's going on Friday yet. It might be Cluster Flicks. It might be the Redeye stream. Good night. Good luck. And don't get caught up in the zombie apocalypse.